Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Stupid Player NegativeAE, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Last we left off, Mayor had died to a train. This time, yeah. And so we went back in time. Somehow we got back to the lab. I don't know, it didn't really say. But we're here now. Detectives claim that that his time machine takes 1 hour subjective time to travel 10 years. I don't know if ours has the same behavior, but now is not the time to find out. Subjective time, so that means like time in warp? 10 years. I have no business that far back. Besides, according to Kurusu, time looping too far into the past could cause mental disorders due to the gap between personality and memory. Juicy Kalage? Kalage number one? Is that how you say chicken? Mayori's, I probably butchered that. Mayori is singing her chicken song, though she's actually eating pre-cooked chicken from the convenience store instead of her usual chicken number one, or juicy chicken number one. She had to switch because she can't warm up frozen chicken in the microwave, which is now a dedicated part of the time loop machine. I was right to come back 5 hours. Mayori is still in the lab. But what the hell happened back there? It hurts, but I forced myself to recall that horrifying scene. Mayori died again. This time it was at Kazmizu Station. I'm so sorry. A place completely unrelated to the lab or the bomb threat. Tejune pushed her onto the tracks where the train tore her to shreds. Could Nei be working for CERN too? No, that can't be right. Nei has a habit of jumping on Mayori and greeting. She was probably just being her usual affectionate self. But why did she choose that precise moment? I don't know. I sense malice. Whose malice? It's like fate is playing a cruel joke on us. Whatever the case, all that matters now is I have another chance. I need to act. I have the power to save Mayori, and I'll do whatever it takes to find a way. This time, we hail a taxi on Chuodori. It'll be expensive, but that hardly matters now. Mayori comes along quietly. I consider taking her home to Ikeburo, but Moeka's group might be watching her house. I have no idea where they are at this point in time. Instead, I asked the driver to take us to Shinagawa. However, the traffic is unusually heavy. The driver says it's never been this bad before. There must be an obstruction up ahead, an accident or something. That's the only explanation I can think of. We've made it out of Akiba, but at this rate it'll take forever to reach Shinagawa. I consider getting off here and taking the train, but then I remember what happened at Shinoku's Mizu station. I have a bad feeling about this. The traffic jam could be CERN's doing. I look out the window and scan the crowd for anyone who might be a CERN agent. 3 hours later and we're still stuck. According to the conversation I overheard between our driver and another driver, there's some kind of inspection up ahead. Am I to believe that every country has this right side driving thing? I know. Is America the only people that do this? We should really change. If everybody's doing this, why are we doing this side? That's like the most idiotic thing. If the whole world is doing this, I don't know. Maybe it'll just be too much of a hassle. Everybody has to redo their driver's license. But why would we switch in the front? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Furthermore, it doesn't seem to be a police inspection. If your country has one on the left, tell me. Because we can't be the only. Are we the only ones? That's so stupid to me. Then again, like, I don't know. And a false man, I don't know what I'm talking about. To make matters worse, this road has already been closed off, and all the cars behind us are detoured. There are only about 100 cars waiting, but the inspection has been at a standstill for 3 hours. This can't be a coincidence. Once again, I feel the malice of fate, manipulating the situation. Is Mayori going to die again? If I had known it would turn out like this, I'd have ditched the taxi hours ago. It's not too late. It's not too late. I should pay the driver and get off right. Just then, someone knocks on the window. Our taxi is stopped in the middle of the road. What's going on? I look over, but before I can say anything, a man opens the rear door and gets in next to Mayuri. He's holding a knife. Another assassin. Mayuri, look out. Before she can reply, the man covers Mayuri's mouth with a large meaty hand. I try to open my door, but it's locked. Only the driver can open it from the inside. Mayuri opens her eyes wide. Her body twitches. It all happens too fast. The man sinks the knife into Mayuri's. Jesus Christ, that is the worst way to die right there. Getting stabbed. A bright red spot stains her clothes. Get back to the lab mysteriously. Do it now. Be quiet. Man who stabbed Mayuri. Be quiet. Another man gets into the passenger seat. Yeah, what am I going to do now? He points a gun at the driver and says something to him. Strength drains from Mayuri's body. Her eyes slowly close. A tear rolls down her cheek. I watch her die inches away, powerless to stop it. I can feel her last breath against my skin. See, like I said, I think we're going about this all wrong, right? Like, I feel like we should talk to Moeka. Like, that is the thing that we need to do. Not save Mayuri. That's not a thing that we need to do. We need to go back to when we saw Moeka and talk to her. Why? Why can't I save her? Why won't you let me save her? Who decided that Mayuri must die? Moeka? CERN? Or does the world itself wish for Mayuri's death? I won't accept that. I clench my jaw and throw myself forward, driving my forehead into the killer's nose. He falls back. I shout to the driver. Open the door! I crawl out of this taxi and take off running through the traffic jam. Luckily, running for hours. You make it back to the lab somehow, don't you? Oh my goodness. I have to leap again. Alright, how far are we going now? We better be going to see Moeka, dude. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but we need to go talk to Moeka. Every time we run, Mayuri dies. 6 hours into the past, I clutch my hand and rack my brain for an answer. I feel like I've hit a dead end. What do I do if we can't run away? Is there no way to save her? No, there has to be a way. What you talking about? Mayuri's blank stare is the only answer I get. This time, I take her to the closest police station and beg them to protect her. When asked why, I explain that someone is going to kill Mayuri 6 hours from now, but without any proof that there's someone after her, they have no choice but to turn us away. It's past 6 by the time we leave the station, and we're left with no choice but to keep running. Why would you not bring her to the police station as it's happening? Be like, hey, let's protect her now, right? Like, they have to, like, question us, and while they're questioning us, right, they'll have us under protection. So if we would have, man, we went about this all wrong. I wish I could blame my previous failures on bad luck. We should try Okanazir Shinabashi again, and maybe this time she won't die. But I don't have the courage to try those routes again. At the same time, we can't stay in Akiba. We're running out of options. Subways, trains, and taxis all out. Attempting escape by those means will get Mayuri killed, so my heart tells me. Perhaps the fear is irrational, but I can't put it out of my mind. I've seen her die a half-dozen times already. Shot, stabbed, torn to pieces. I can't go through that pain again. We take refuge in Yodobashi Camera. I thought we could keep hiding there indefinitely, but just after 7, we hear an explosion in front of the station. Yodobashi goes into chaos. Policemen appear and start evacuating the store. When I try to explain our situation, the officer shouts terrorist and pulls out his gun. This can't be happening. This isn't America. Japanese police officers don't shoot without provocation. Is that a stereotype that we have? Police officers just shoot without thinking. I mean, I don't know. It depends on where you are. Mayori dies. It happens so fast. The policeman shoots her right in the head. I don't know if a real policeman or a CERN assassin in disguise. It doesn't matter. I can't deny it any longer. The world itself is killing Mayuri. I think it's just your deal with CERN, right? Right? It's the whole... Oh, what are we doing now? Okay, we're still going back to the same day, just earlier. Does not seem like a good idea. This time, I don't leap into action immediately. Instead, I sit on the couch and collect my thoughts. Every time I try to save Mayuri, it ends in the worst possible way. To make matters worse, I no longer even know what I'm supposed to be saving her from. Cause and effect. Why does Mayuri die? At first, I thought it was Moeka and her hit squad, sent by CERN to steal our time machine. It's usually CERN. The couple times we've just not been careful, really. But as I leapt back in time again and again, the cause of Mayori's death kept changing. At Shin Okazimu Station, she died because Nei pushed her off the platform. CERN had nothing to do with that. It was an accident. So maybe prevent the accident this time? Maybe keep doing the same thing until it... Right? Like, that would have worked. As long as Nei did... Now that you know Nei is coming, why don't you just do the same thing and then, like, watch for Nei? Like, what is... I've been thinking for an hour, I'm no closer to an answer. If you've been thinking for an hour, you would have came up with my solution. I want someone to tell me, but who can I ask? I'm the only person in history to leap through time. No, there's one more. John Titor. But he's not replying to my emails anymore, and he hasn't posted on @channel in days. I'm not even convinced he's a real time traveler. I decide not to run this time. Instead, I take a different approach. Strike first. I send Moeka an email. I need to talk to you about our time machine. Meet me alone. I designate the roof of Radican as our meeting place. Now wait a second. Now wait just a cotton picking minute right now. Okay. Here's what we need to think. I designate the roof of Radican as our meeting place. So this thing is gone. This thing is completely gone. But it's here. I got a mail a couple days ago. I know I'm not crazy. Is there a way that I can bring this up? Thank you. I'd like to bring this up. I got a mail saying, hey, check the shit. Oh, wow, look at all these messages from assistant. Shining finger, assistant. It's from like Daru. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus, assistant. Daru, I swear he sent me a thing that this was gone. I swear. I'm not losing my mind here. 2 weeks have passed since the satellite crashed, but it's still there and the building's still closed. It's not. I'm so sure that it disappeared. In one of the timelines. And one of the timelines this was gone. And I'm pretty sure it was this one. At least the security lesson, so it's easier for me to sneak in. Not that there's any sneaking to do, I just walk in through the front door like I belong there. No one questions me. This isn't here. Last time I came here was for Dr. Nakabashi's presentation. Of course, on this world line, the presentation was cancelled. Naturally, there's nobody here but me. It occurs to me that this is a very dangerous gambit. Moeka might have might have a gun, and I already know that she's willing to use it. But I don't intend to play fair either. We're supposed to meet at 5:30, just after 5. I came early in order to ambush her. I hide in the shadows and wait with bated breath. About 30 minutes later, I hear the door open. Moeka makes her entrance alone. She looks around restlessly. She still hasn't noticed me. I take a gun out of my shirt? Where did I get a gun? It's not real. Oh. Feature gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. It's just a toy ray gun with a remote control attached. Obviously a bluff, but all I could prepare on a short notice. Okay. I run up behind Moeka and shove the bit particle gun into her back. Don't move. Hands up. Just like a Hollywood movie. But this isn't a movie. This is real. And she isn't an actress. She's a murderer. After Moeka raises her hands, I feel through her clothes. Sure enough, she's carrying a gun. I take it from her and press it to Moeka's back in place of the bit particle gun. Sorry to disappoint you. The first gun was a toy. Talk. I know you were sent by CERN. How? How? You want to know how? My frustration and rage boil over. Yo, this is a clever plan. You know what? I give you props. Because of her. Because of her, Mayuri. I came here from the future, that's how. You think I'm lying? I've repeated the last several hours half a dozen times already. I've lost count of how many times exactly. And I haven't slept all that entire time. And strangely, I'm not tired at all. I know what you're planning. Around 7, you're gonna stop the trains. Moeka gasps. So it was their doing. I also know that you're planning to attack the lab. You and your men. And you're gonna kill Mayuri. I understand. I'm a time leaper. Moeka nods faintly. I could kill her now. It would be easy. But no, I need information. Who are you people? Rounders. Moeka answers with surprising obedience. I guess she values her own life, even though she has no problem depriving other people of theirs. Damn! Rounders. What does that mean? How are you related to CERN? By email. No. Speak. The Rounders. Or an organization separate from CERN. Covert operations. We don't exist. Like a private army? No. Our mission is to find and acquire IBM 5100s. They send us around the world. We collect them. IBM 5100s. That's right. When I met her, she was looking for an IBM 5100. These days, it's nearly impossible to find. People will pay millions just to own one. Is that because CERN has been hunting them down? How many Rounders are there? Answer me! I don't know. I'm just an agent. So she's not important enough to be told. Was it you who stole our IBM 5100? Moeka doesn't answer. Why does CERN need IBM 5100s? To keep hackers out? Maintaining secrecy is the highest priority for CERN. What are they hiding? We already know they've killed hundreds of test subjects with their time travel experiments. We didn't need an IBN 5100 to find that out. Are you saying the IBN 5100 database has information more sensitive than that? I don't know. Because you're just an agent. My tone is sarcastic, but Moeka nods. Damn, she's useless. Why did you attack the lab? Or rather, why will you attack the lab? Isn't it obvious? Because we hacked into CERN? 3 reasons. First, because of what you know. We are ordered to silence you. So CERN did know about the hacking. Second, for the time machine. The one you made. They want our time machine. CERN must be trying to monopolize the time travel technology. Third, the reason it happens today. You plan to make your time machine public. How does she know that? We made that decision right after the time leap machine was completed. That was only a few hours ago. That's why I was ordered to take you in. Take us in? You killed Mayuri. She is unnecessary. Unnecessary. I nearly pulled the trigger. Okabe, Makise, Hashida, you made the time machine. She is expendable. Those are my orders. And after you take us in, what then? CERN will hold you prisoner, force you to complete their time travel research. Have you done this before? How many lives have you ruined for CERN's research? I do as I'm told. I was a fool to consider you my friend. I live for CERN. I live for FB. I'll do anything if FB tells me to. FB? Is that the name of her supervisor? Okabe-kun. Is it you? Are you John Taitor? What? John Taitor? There's no one else it could be. Me? I don't have time for this. I dig the gun into Moeka's back. If you want to live, you'll call your friends. Call FB. Cancel the attack. Moeka shakes her head. I don't have the authority. I don't care. Find some way to stop the attack. Otherwise, I'll kill you. I can't do it. I'm not a killer. My hands are trembling, just like Moeka's were before she shot Mayuri. Why? Why did you kill her? She was hesitating. She didn't want to pull the trigger. But she did. You didn't want to kill it, did you? So why? I just obey. FB. Then bring that son of a bitch here. Moeka shakes her head again. I don't care about your authority. If you don't do what I say, I can't. I've never... Something hard stabs into my back. A chill runs through my body. I love reading things dramatically, but like, sometimes I mess up the words and then I feel bad. There's someone behind me. Drop the gun. A man's voice. Is he with Moeka? Yo, if this is who I think it is, you lied. Kiryu Moeka. I'm ready to pull the trigger in cold blood. We promised to meet alone. Moeka doesn't answer. I said drop the gun. If this is who I think it is, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh my god, if it's who I think it is. I'll give you the time machine. Just don't kill anyone. Even if you do that, even though I'm still pointing the gun at her, Moeka steps away and turns to face me. Her eyes are cold, her expression unreadable. You'll still be held prisoner. Forever. Moeka takes the gun from my hand. I'm unable to resist. Please. I'm sorry about the hacking. Just please don't kill anyone. Something strikes the back of my head. My legs give out instantly, sending me to the ground. The guy's voice kind of sounded like Nei's father. The guy downstairs. Wouldn't that be interesting, huh? Darkness creeps in. Target B in custody. Requesting pickup. Deep down, I knew I can't save Mayuri. Even if Moeka's group doesn't kill her, someone or something else will. The world itself wants her dead. That is the choice of Steins Gate. Steins Gate? There's no such thing. Those words have no meaning. Just some nonsense I made up to sound cool. Steins Gate doesn't exist. But fate does. Fate. God. The will of the universe, an absolute force that no one can resist. It exists. And it sentenced Mayuri to death. I wake up in the back of a station wagon. The windows are coated with black film, so I can't tell where we are. I feel a throbbing pain in the back of my head. My hands are tied behind me. What time is it? How long have I been unconscious? There's a man with me inside the car. I recognize him from a previous time leap. He's the one that stabbed Mayuri in the taxi. The man seems to notice I've woken up, but he doesn't speak. He just waves his gun menacingly, as if to say that there's no hope of escape. The dashboard clock reads 7:30. I look out the window again. Through the film, I manage to make out a street sign. We're close to the lab. Has the attack already happened? Before I left, I told everyone, including Mayuri, to run. If she did as I said, she won't die by their hands. But that doesn't mean she's safe. If I don't do something, Moeka's gonna take the time leap machine away. What will happen then? CERN can have the machine, if it will save Mayuri. The problem is that it won't, not when the world itself is determined to kill her. As long as the time leap machine remains in my hands, I can keep trying to fix things. I'll leap again and again until I find a way to save her. But if I lose the time machine, then the future is decided. A future without Mayuri. I have to get to it before they do, even if that means I might get shot. As long as I survive to reach the time leap machine, everything will be alright. My bound hands limit me to headbutts and kicks, but I somehow manage to knock down the man guarding me and escape. My chest and neck are covered with blood. Must have been shot during the struggle, but thanks to my adrenaline pumping through my body, I barely feel any pain. I can still move, that's all that matters. I run up the stairs with my hands tied. I only pray that I'm able to operate the time loop machine quickly enough. Mayuri, Kudasu, and Daru are in the lab. So are Moeka and her men. When I open the door, everyone looks at me in surprise. When she sees my tattered body, Mayuri runs up to me with tears in her eyes. Wait. I try to stop her. In the corner of my eye, I see Moeka take aim at Mayuri. I try to put myself in between them. I try to cover Mayuri with my body. But a man grabs me from behind and pulls me back. I watch helpless as Mayuri's tiny body drops to the floor. Her eyes, wide and wet with tears, seem to stare into mine. But I can see they've already lost their light. She's gone. Again. 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 What happens next is the same as before. Suzuha defeats the Rounders and Kurusu helps me time leap. Alright, where am I going now, dude? What other options do you have? That's my question. Did I just go back less time? Did I just go back in less time? A flood of sound beats on my eardrums. At this, I'm going to end the episode before we get into something, whatever this timeline has to deal with, or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you feel necessary, and I hope you guys are having the best, if not the greatest rest of your day. Peace out, you guys.